Buenos días. So, hoy es el día 21 de los 30 días de yoga y como he dicho numerous amount of times, yoga is so much more than postures, so much more than poses, so much more than this physical aspect of the practice, and it's more of this space of presence. So when we have a negative thought disguised as worry or concern or frustration or any of these forms of thinking that we believe is some kind of state of control and more of the negative aspect, what that thought does, even the good thoughts, but we're going to focus more on the negative thoughts, is that it attracts that pull of negative thoughts of the entire city or of the globe that encompasses the collective consciousness, and it magnifies that energy, and through that expansion of that one negative thought, we create a bigger chaotic experience of negativity, and that'll manifest in everything that we see around us. So we talk about being aware of the thoughts that the mind produces, disguised as our experiences in life. We want to be conscious of that because we continue to create more chaos in the world. So the mind produces the thought of, I'm worried because of this situation or that situation, and it's our responsibility to be aware of that and not continue to explore those thoughts of how can I change it, and more of, and when I say change it, is changing that experience that we want to be better in whatever it is that's happening. And that's where meditation comes in, where we become conscious of the thoughts that the mind's producing and observe it as if we're this other self, and allow it to dissipate. Allow that thought to change form, change the direction of that stream of thought. And I find that as time goes on, my yoga practice becomes every thought that expresses itself in my mind. And instead of believing every thought, I become aware of every thought. And I don't allow every thought to create an emotion in me. So instead of thinking or saying, oh, I need to practice yoga today and I need to get my mat and I need to force myself to sit and be in a place of stillness or movement as I'm driving or as I'm doing the dishes or as I'm in class or whatever it is that I'm doing, whenever a negative thought arises, I observe it without judgment and I allow it to move out of my reality instead of engaging in it and moving that thought into this collective state of consciousness that we are all a part of, and aggravating it, right? Making it worse than it already is. So I hope that makes sense. And if that makes sense to you, feel free to leave a comment. Have a great day. Bye.